It's you're one email away from being on the air. You know, if you all want to join the show, all you've got to do is send us an email to RadioRobcast@gmail.com, RadioRobcast@gmail.com, RadioRobcast@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter. That's Robert Cole at Robcast Radio on Twitter. Definitely download the Spreaker podcast app, the best podcast network on the planet Earth. That's where you can listen to the Adam Carolla Show. That's where you can listen to the Joe Rogan Experience. That's where you can listen to Fat Man on Batman. That's where you can listen to The Nerdist. You can listen to Hollywood Babylon. The list goes on. Make sure that you follow the show. Go to where it says created by. Click on my name, Robert Cole, and that's where it will allow you to follow Robcast Radio. So rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. I do not drink straight Everclear in my coffee. Big Brother 19 is coming up, rocking and rolling soon. And let's see. Oh yeah, I mean, you get older, man. I forget I've got a messed up sciatic nerve. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? It's like, and then I totally forgot. I was like, man, something's wrong with my back. I can barely fucking walk and shit. And I'm too old to be bent over and under in the J shape working on it down, trying to put a piston in, ghetto style. But we do it. We do it anyway because it's what occupies. Idle mind is the devil's playground. So if I'm not making a blueprint right now to show or I'm on the radio, I'm building a crazy contraption or fixing someone else's, which I don't do anymore. I don't really work on anyone else's things. In a rare occurrence, there could be, like, maybe if it's something like you have a clean 1980 DR125, something around in there, and it needs to be diagnostic, it needs to be brought back to life, then yes, I can do that. However, you got to think about it. Cost versus value. Someone charges $100 an hour. How many hours do you want them to put into that bite? What's the value of the bite? So someone like me, I'll look at it, see what all it needs, and then let you decide. Hey, put 1,000 into it, it's worth 1,200. If it has sentimental value, I would do it. You put 200 into it, it's worth 1,200. Then I would do it anyway, because whether it has sentimental value or not, it becomes an asset instead of a lead weight that's sitting in your garage, a boat anchor that you're never going to use. Well, man, I don't like. It's quiet. It's scary. It's quiet, man. I don't have people like pulling up, honking their horn, or coming by to see what's up and all that kind of stuff. I think because of the rain yesterday, everyone's playing catch up today, and man, I pray for everyone in Danbury that got water in their freaking house yesterday. So yeah, again, I don't even want to think about water right now. H2Os, I don't want to think about all that. However, we always want to be aware of it. Where's the Brazos River right now? We know that something's going on in Rose Sharon, and everything goes downhill from there. So we always have that in the back of our brain because, we do not need another devastation out here in Holiday Lakes. So yeah, we just, of any kind. We don't want fucking news helicopters flying over here for any fucking reason, or life flight landing in our helipad. Dear Lord. However, the good news out here in back in your community and trying to support your community, let people know that it's not all crackheads and thieves out in Holiday Lakes anymore. There are actually some very upstanding people. We got a badass mayor. We got a badass police chief. The people in our city hall are the best as far as their heart is that money could buy. You know what I'm saying? For what they're putting down, the hours they're putting down, and what they're getting paid. It's because they want to be involved in their community, guys. That's the only reason that they do it. And talking about that, they did come around yesterday. What? Y'all say a prayer that Holiday Lakes gets this government grant so that they can put new ditches and roads in here. When it rains here, our yard becomes the ditch. The road's barely higher than our yard, and there is no ditch. So if that happens, then all of our property values are going to go up a little bit, because I've got water standing on my land right now. I'm looking over at my land through the studio window, and it looks like Lake Zombie. I don't like it. I don't like it a bit. So yeah, if you don't like what's going on in the community, or become involved. You know what I mean? Let someone know. Get to know your neighbors. Get to know the people around you, because you never know when you're going to depend on those guys, or they're going to depend on you. Don't you want to be there for your neighbor if they need you? You know? So just the last thing we'll talk about, I'll keep it a little bit short, the Robcast a little bit short, because again, with the bad weather, I want to make sure that it uploads, and stuff like that. Forget that I'm like, man, my back's not feeling right today. I forgot that I'd picked up a PT Cruiser, okay, and it needed a mechanic to really get down on it. And I realized a long time ago, I'm way better at making things go faster than I am at driving them. And also realized that the mechanical savant of motorcyclism that I have is not whenever it comes to cars. I can fuck with cars, okay, if I really apply myself. But let's be honest, I like motorcycles, tearing them apart, putting them back together, re-engineering them. That's a love and a stress relief of mine, and it's not necessarily the same thing whenever it comes to cars. So I picked up a PT Cruiser, and we had mad love goes out to old GW across the street, because he let my brother and I borrow his badass car hauler to just winch this PT Cruiser up onto it and take it to our other brother, who is a badass mechanic. This motherfucker is a musical genius, as old Donnie Hoke would say. You're a musical genius. Ram it down! Shove it up! I miss old Donnie Hoke, man. Love that guy. I think we were in the 4th grade together. And from then on, we were like, I don't know. Anyway, ram it down, shove it up. So anyway, we were taking... We'll get off on a whole nother subject. So my brother and I take this car. We load it up on the big winch trailer to take it over to my other brother. And I fucking tripped off the trailer and fell straight onto the road and landed, kind of weird, but I caught myself with my hand, and I had the remote with the winch in one hand when I fell. So I'm glad that I didn't just fucking short that bitch out or pull the cord out and it starts fucking tearing the car in half or some shit. And that kind of reminded me, yeah, you're old, dude. You're 44 now, and yeah, that's gonna not feel good here in a day or two. But, and the good note of that, I was like, damn, Orvonius, I'm glad I have been, like, hitting the weights and stuff, because I don't know if the old chicken wing arm could have handled that one 6 months ago. I can tell you that I do feel a little bit stronger. Do encourage people to live for their mind, their body, and their spirit, and try to spread that out evenly. Sugar's poison. Try to cut some sugar out of your life. No, not that kind of sugar, ladies. We always got time for some sugars. But no, the sugar, the kind that you eat, is super bad for you. All the processed foods, all of that. Hey, I'll tell you all that. But lately, I've got to get back on my regimen of protein drinks. Hitting the weights, not trying to do shit. And we bring you what we got when we got it. I can do what I can do when I do it. And I'll try to encourage you all. You all try to encourage me to keep going. Which, hey, that's kind of a natural thing, a natural event now. I get out here into the studio, in the green room myself for a little while. Ooh, that sounds dirty. Green rooming myself. I basically get with Flip, which mad respect to Flip Flop, our producer. Oh, and just kind of say, hey, we're going to do this or that. Try to keep the show down to... we tried to keep it to 30 minutes today. However, that did not happen. So we'll talk to you more about... Oh, no more Yankee My Winky. The donga needs radio. I don't know what the fuck that is. Anyway, we took Rich the PT Cruiser, and I was like, I'm pretty sure this car will come back to life. It'll make my brother a really good car. However, by the time I do all the work to it and everything, that's all any profit I was going to make. I didn't intend on driving the car. I was going to, use it for, trade it for a motorcycle or something. So, I'm glad that all worked out. Because I do believe that Richie Rich might have unwaterlogged the old PT Cruiser, and I think Orvonius told me that it runs great, shifts out fine. So rock and roll, that's what happens whenever you put a nice low mileage for each year car, clean, as far as one little ding in it, into the hands of a badass mechanic. And hopefully he's not doing bull burnouts or backwards donuts in it. Anyway, rock and roll, man. If you got your parents around, tell them that you love them. Tell them that you appreciate them bringing your monkey ass into this world. And if you don't have your parents around, they're looking down on you right now, and they are motherfucking proud. So that's it. That's all the time we really have for the show. Actually, you all know we can go as long as necessary until you eargasm, baby. But for today, we're going to leave it with you. And we really appreciate you guys for tuning into the show. And we're going to bring you more Robcast in the near future. Again, I do have another retro look back that I could not get to upload. We'll get it to upload here in the next few days. But mainly, we're back, baby, and we are going to be Robcasting live, uncut and unrated, at least once or twice a week. And hopefully we can bring back Robcast Radio AM. Stay tuned all summer long for, that's right, the BB19 Robcast. Live Behind Bars is coming up with a new Robcast really soon. So all of you have a badass day and an even better tomorrow. I'm Zombie, and I'm out of here. Peace.
Hey you, X Mode.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all you little maniacs across the world, thank you once again for tuning in to Robcast, coming at you live, uncut, and unrated from Spreaker Podcast and Robcast Radio. So y'all have a badass day, even better evening. I'm Zombie, and I'm out of here. Peace! Yeah!